Hi, my name's Christopher Gronlund. I'm a writer, and I've written a novella called Old Man. Old Man's about a 16-year-old named Phil Johnson who begins acting like an old man in an attempt to get to know his dying grandfather better. After his grandfather dies, he falls more and more into the old man act until it looks like nothing can bring him back. Obviously, you'll have to read the novella to find out what it is that brings him back to being a normal teenager. Old Man started out in the mid-90s as a graphic novel. It was something that a friend and I who were doing independent comic books decided, hey, we should really pitch this. It's a really neat story. However, that friend went on to do some other art, so I was left without an artist, and I turned Old Man into a screenplay. And as a screenplay, it did really well. It was considered, in fact, by Castle Rock Entertainment. They really loved the story. However, and unfortunately, at the time, Warner Brothers was acquiring Castle Rock, so Warner Brothers didn't want Old Man. So then I was left alone just to put it back up on a shelf. Fortunately now, with the whole ebook boom, novellas have become a viable reading option. Old Man is a novella. It's about 24,000 words, and I think that the novella is the perfect way to treat Old Man. I think the big strength of Old Man is it has the ability to appeal to several different generations. Obviously, with a teenage protagonist, it will appeal to teenagers. However, it is set in the mid-'80s, so it should appeal to people my age, especially people my age who have teenage children. And it also will appeal to people my mom's age, the grandparents of the teenagers today. And again, I do think that there's a really important bond between grandparents and grandchildren, but I think Old Man kind of shows the bond between three different generations in a really important way that could be appreciated really by anybody. I decided I want to turn Old Man into a novella because I saw the strength of it as a comic book in the beginning. Then I saw the strength as a screenplay, having the visual stuff, but the one thing that I couldn't do in either of those mediums was really get into the minds of all the characters. As a novella, it's something that's allowed me to get into the main character Phil's mind, into the minds of his parents, the people who are around him, and I didn't want to pad it out and make it a novel because as it is, and as it's always intended to be, it falls right around 24,000 words, and it's just this, to me, a perfect little story that I love more than anything I've ever written.